Midlife crisis needs a rebranding and needs to be rebranded. Let's be honest. When some people hear the words midlife crisis, they picture one of three things. They picture a sports car that you can't afford, a hairstyle that doesn't match the style of your face or how you look anymore, or a sudden urge to find themselves somewhere where there's goats and Wi-Fi where they can just chill out. But here's the truth. Midlife crisis is not a diagnosis. It's just bad branding. It really is. The term was coined in 1965. That means a phase. There were things going on around that time, and midlife crisis was coined around that time. It's older than the internet, but younger than sliced bread, and it still somehow runs our lives. Back when the life expectancy was shorter, careers were linear, work balance meant not working Sundays, that world is gone. It's just gone. It's not here anymore. But the label stayed. So let's reframe the problem. What people call midlife crisis is usually this. It's awareness without direction. It's success without fulfillment. It's change without permission. Midlife is the first time that adults have stopped and asked, why do I feel like this? And why do I feel as though it's not enough anymore? Why am I trying to work so hard, yet I'm doing well? Why do I feel as though I'm not doing well when I actually am doing well? Why don't I feel fulfilled? Why do I feel behind, even when I'm ahead? That's not a breakdown. That's clarity showing up unannounced for you and or me. Midlife isn't a crisis. It's a correction point. So let's talk about 5 problems and 5 productive corrections that you can make. Problem 1, identity gets shaky. For years, identity was built on titles and roles. Who are you? I'm my job. When the job changes or fulfillment stops, what happens? That's the problem. Correction. Midlife is identity expansion. It's about identity expansion. It's about not loss, but it's about actually awakening. You're not who you were. You're who you're becoming as you develop, as you grow, as you move through this life, as you experience different things. Problem 2, regret gets louder. That's when the what ifs happen and starts talking to you. That loud 2 a.m. voice that you hear. What's the correction for that? The correction is regret is not failure. It's experience talking back. Youth has energy. Midlife has pattern recognition. And that pattern recognition is priceless. Problem 3, energy drops, confidence follows. People think something's wrong with them. Nothing's wrong. They are just using old strategies on new systems. And that's why they don't work. You have to adjust like everything. You know, the tree that you saw 10 years ago is bigger than the tree that you saw when you were smaller. Why? Because time has happened and progression has occurred. So the correction. Midlife success isn't about grinding harder. It's about learning how to manage time and manage energy smarter. Problem 4, fear of starting over. People say, I'm too old. I should have figured it out by now. All of those different patterns that we run into. But the correction is, you're not starting over. You're starting from experience. And that is a very powerful move. Number 5 is silence and isolation. Everyone celebrates youth, but no one celebrates invention or reinvention. So, people struggling quietly is not the case. The correction for that. Midlife acceleration is about community and in community and communication and conversation and coaching. Isolation extends the struggle. Connection is shortened. So you don't want to be isolated. You want to get out there. You want to interact with other people. You want to be involved. You don't want to go into your shell, which is what happens with a lot of older people or a lot of us as we get older. Think about the older people that you've known that have kind of become recluse. Or by the time you met them, since they were already kind of old, they were already recluse. Now, let's talk about the rebranding. So here's the rebrand. Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis is one way of looking at it, but that's still not the way that you want to look at it. What you want to look at, what you're going to do is called midlife correction. That is the moment where you stop living on autopilot. You update your outdated beliefs. You choose to align and have alignment over approval. And this is where wisdom meets courage. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have the faith to move forward. So here's a little interactive guide or exercise that I'd like to do with you guys. And again, do it at your own time, however you feel as you want to do it. Now, the first thing is I want to talk about is awareness. So finish these sentences on a piece of paper, on your computer, whatever is in front of you. Finish these sentences. The things in my life that no longer fits are. What are those things? Write it down. Number 2, ownership. Finish this sentence. I've been staying because. Fill it in. What's your reason for staying? Why have you been staying? Number 3, permission. Finish this sentence. If I give myself permission, the next version of my life would include. What would your life include? Fill in the blanks. Now, if you've done that, pause for a second and think about it. Now, when I'm saying that discomfort, what I'm saying is that discomfort that you're feeling, that discomfort that you felt by filling that out, that's not fear, that's honesty. That's you understanding that there's things in your life that you need to do, correct, challenge, face, so that you can move forward. Midlife is not the beginning of the end. It's the end of pretending. It's the moment that you stop asking, what's wrong with me? And start asking, what's ready to change? What are the things that you're ready to change in your life so that you can move forward? Midlife doesn't need panic. It needs vision, your vision. Because the second half of your life, when lived on purpose, is a beautiful thing. Because that's the most powerful chapter yet. This is Mr. Z Inspires. I hope that you guys found this useful. If you found somebody or know somebody that could use these words, please feel free to share it with them. Also, if you like the content that you're getting, you can also check out, I have a blog on my website, which is positiveselfdefense.org. Again, that's positiveselfdefense.org. And enjoy the blogs. Anyway, you guys take care. Thank you.